Are you ready to start investing? Hopefully you've been going through the videos that we've done and you have worked to increase your income. You've worked to reduce your expenditure to create a gap between the two. Then, what do you do with the gap? Most people want to jump straight into the sexy stuff, which is the investing. But there are some steps to do before you get to investing that are going to keep you safe in the long term.
So the first step is to build up an emergency fund of £1,000. And the importance of that is that stuff happens. The washing machine breaks, your car breaks down. You need to have a cushion so that you don't have to go into debt. You don't have to dip into selling some of your investments. You need that gap in order to make sure that you don't have to do that.
The second step is to pay off expensive debt. You should not be investing if you've got credit card debt at 20% plus. We say expensive debt, so if you've got a mortgage that's lower than 3%, doesn't include that. But expensive debt, store cars, car finance, anything over 5%, pay that off because it's dragging you down. It's compounding against you. So step 1, emergency fund. Step 2, pay off expensive debt.
And once you've paid off the expensive debt, go back to the emergency fund and increase it to between 3 and 6 months of living expenses. And we say a range because different people are comfortable with different amounts. And the reason to get that emergency fund bigger is that other stuff happens. You lose your job, there's an illness in the family and you need to stop working for a while. You're self-employed and 1 month you don't earn quite as much. You need a bigger buffer before you start investing so that you have that security and that stability on which you build the investments to make sure that you don't have to sell the investments when they're potentially at a lower value. You don't have to dip into the things. You don't have to go back into credit card debt. So those are such important things to do before you even think about investing.
Then once you've got all that in line, you're ready to start investing. And that's a whole new video we've got coming up on how to make money in your sleep, catchy title, or go to the blog alandonegan.com/investing and you will find out how to get going. But there are some reasons why you might not invest yet.
If you have a short time horizon, by that we mean you're going to want the money in maybe 3 to 5 years. That is not money that you should be investing. You should only invest money that you have no intention of spending in the short to medium term. This is for life. This is to set you up for your retirement. This is so important that if you think you're going to want or need to spend the money in the next couple of years, you should not be investing it.
So the second reason is you think you might panic when the market crashes. It crashes, you sell all your stuff, and you're left in a financial mess. The market is going to crash. It's going to go up and down. Things are going to happen. If you panic every time and you sell, you'll be left in a complete mess. So if you don't trust yourself, if you haven't educated yourself enough to understand what you're doing with investing, avoid it.
The next reason not to invest is if you need the money for a house deposit. A lot of people are saving to buy their own home and they think, I'm getting hardly any interest in my bank account. This is
rubbish, isn't it?
This is slow, this is boring, my money is not growing. Why don't I invest it in the meantime? That is not a good idea if you're planning to need that money in the next 2, 3, 5 years. That is a bad idea because, as Alan said, the stock market goes up, down all the time. And if you are wanting to have that money to buy the house when the market happens to be down, that is bad. Over the long term, it's fine because on general, the market goes up if you zoom out enough. But if you need it in the short term, not a good idea.
And the final thing, if you have not done all those original steps, the 1,000 emergency fund, the paying off the expensive debt and the increasing the emergency fund, if you have not done those, you should not be investing first.
So if you've done all those steps and you're investing for the right reasons for the long term, go to the How to Make Money in Your Sleep video or check out our blog article, alandonegan.com/investing. A lot of you that are watching this video are not subscribed to our channel. No pressure whatsoever, but if you could hit subscribe and be informed about future videos, that would be fantastic.
So you've worked out that you're ready to invest. The next thing you need to do is understand the difference between an asset and a liability and work out which one you are going to buy now you're ready to invest. And then move on to the 7th video, which is how to make money in your sleep, the fabled dream of passive income.